Hello students, welcome back to the e-learning of Organization of Commerce and Management class of Standard 11th Gujarat Board. Chapter 1, Nature, Purpose and Scope of Business, Part 6. Our today's topic is profession and employment. Let us first discuss about the meaning of profession. A person with specialized skill, knowledge, training and professional education renders service and in return receives fees. It is called profession. Means a person who has specialized skill, knowledge, training and professional education, and that person provides services to the people using his/her skill and knowledge, having training and professional education, and charges fees in return of that service is known as profession. Now, what is professional education or qualification? For example, a lawyer is a profession. It needs professional education of LLB. Doctor is a profession. Needs MBBS degree. Chartered accountant is a profession. Needs profession education of CA. All these professional has to obtain the membership of their respective professional association and has to follow the code of conduct, that is rules and regulations of that particular association. Professional skills can also be used for getting employment. For example, a doctor gives his service in hospital and receives salary against that services is known as employment. Now let us discuss the characteristics of profession. First, a professional has to obtain specialized knowledge, skill and professional education to become professional. A person needs to gain specialized knowledge and professional education. Second, once gain professional education for providing service, they charge fees, and that fees depends on their skill, knowledge and experience of service. Third, the primary objective or main motive of a professional is to provide service. For example, as in this situation of COVID-19, where students are granted permission that they are allowed to pay the fees of June to August months fees in September, but teachers are still providing services to them. Their main objective is service, not profit. Fourth, it is an independent activity for earning. The person is not dependent on anyone for its earning. Fifth, it does not have any relation with production, but just like business, it satisfies the needs of people. For example, a lawyer presents a case of his/her client in court and charges fees against his/her services. So it provides satisfaction to customer against the money paid for that services. Sixth, as we had studied that the professionals have their own association, so they have to follow the rules and regulations of that respective professional association. Seventh, monetary return remains uncertain. In profession, as you all know, that the main objective of profession is to provide service, not profit. So if the patient comes in serious condition and he is brought in by some other person to the hospital and that person has no relation with the patient and even he does not have that much of money, so the doctor renders treatment to the patient and his family turns there without money and requests to give him time, and it may happen that later they don't pay the money for that service. So in profession, monetary return means income is sometimes uncertain due to main objective of service, not profit. Next topic is employment. What is the meaning of employment? Employment means a job. It is an economic activity performed in return for a fixed salary where work is assigned as per the contract. It is an economic activity, students, and in this kind of economic activity, the person who is appointed as per the assigned contract, he/she has to do the work as per the assigned contract and accordingly he/she is paid fixed amount of salary. For example, a teacher teaching in a school or a government employee is known as employment. Now let us discuss about the characteristics of employment. First point, fixed salary is paid at fixed interval means the interval of monthly basis. In return of the person's physical or mental work means a person's knowledge and skills are used for the work and he/she is paid for his/her talent, knowledge and skill. Second, in employment, there are some extra benefits known as allowances, such as medical allowances. If the person is not well and is on leave, then too he/she will be paid. No salary will be deducted. In government offices, pension is paid after the retirement for his/her survival, even though he/she is not working presently. Third, in employment, the employee has to work as per the order of employer and has to follow the instructions of the employer and to be abide by the contract. Fourth, before assigning job, qualification is seen and employees' working hours, retirement allowances, after retirement benefits, etc. are pre-decided and mentioned in the contract. In private type of employment, pension is not given after retirement. Fifth, employment is dependent activity. The employee has to take the permission from employer. He/she has no authority of decision making. Sixth, here both employer and employee have their own rules and regulation which they have to follow compulsorily. Seventh, for employment, the employee does not have to invest capital in the business. So students, I hope the concept was descriptive enough and you all understood it properly. Stay tuned, stay healthy. Thank you.